who are octogenarians, danced their heart out and enjoyed delicacies that had been prepared especially for them. Carol Derry attended the Granny's Bash, and here is the story.
The vigor of youth might have escaped them now, but that was not going to stop these senior citizens from ushering in the brand new year 2016. A jig here and a dance there revitalized the grannies, who were all smiles as they had a time of their lives at this party organized by the Purity Elderly Care Foundation that takes care of the needs of the elderly in and around Nyeri County. Through Beyond Zero, they also received free medical checkups and treatment. Eight-year-old Marian Joki was exuberant and optimistic of the good tidings that will come in the year 2016. The mother of 7 and grandmother of several grandchildren spoke on behalf of other grannies and said it was not fair that many people enjoyed lives in the city but forgot the very parents who raised them.
Ida wasema nafitia iko na dutu na daa na mapasi hakuna. Wajuku wanafatia hiyo wase, mapasi, mirigeti, hata chakula. Sisi tunaona, tunasikia huruma sana. Na hii sisi tunasawa watu wengi na maiko na kisomo, tunasomiza na hakuna kurudi nyumbani.
Mimi nakomboaga nyumba hapa nini Shania. Na sina chamba. Kwanza tukipewa mtu chamba hata nusu kidogo, sisi watu wale kwa msituni sina surprise sana.
Joyce Wanchik of the Purity Elderly Care Foundation said it was ironical that many heaped praises on the dead during their funerals and a lot of money contributed to cater for the funeral expenses, yet when they were alive, little care was given to them.
What we have seen is that we celebrate people who are gone, or when people go to they die, we actually contribute more money towards the dead as opposed to supporting the elderly people or the people who are alive. So we are celebrating life, and we are telling people, please start celebrating life. Let's not focus on death too much. The living are what is important, and these elderly people are enjoying it. From the age of 70 years, they're dancing, they're enjoying every moment. And I know when we are gone, their relatives will wear big hats to go to the funerals. But today we are saying, let us celebrate life.
Many times we have seen people who drive big vehicles. But if you ask them how the bedroom of their parents are, which sometimes looks pathetic, they cannot tell you.
Even those whose teeth might have fallen out did not miss out on the enjoyment of soft foods that had been specifically prepared for their palates. Several sponsors also brought gifts and goodies that the aged would take home and enjoy the festivities. Aging is part and parcel of life as youth ebbs away and old age does knock. And what is being insisted upon today and being emphasized on is that the needs of the elderly should be catered for and they should not be forgotten. Carol Derry, KT News, Nyeri County.
And as the world welcomed the new year, some 21 women at the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Hospital in Kisumu welcomed 2016 in style with safe deliveries of 21 bouncing babies, and they could not hide their joy of the special New Year gifts. Take a look.
As the year 2015 lazily crawled its way to the end, at the maternity and baby unit in Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Referral Hospital in Kisumu, labor pains were on. Well, apparently because some 21 souls had seemingly vowed not to celebrate the new year, still hidden from the outside world inside their mothers' wombs. And at the click of midnight, these were the visitors in the labor room. All the 21 infants safely delivered, Perhaps the best New Year gift for these new mothers and even fathers who are on standby for them.
Nimefurahia juu Mungu amenisaidia nikajisaidia visalama.
Very happy to say to appreciate the Almighty for giving us.
For Claire Asego Jakoyo and the other mothers here, 2015 has not been an easy year. But the new mothers say they are determined to give these lovely angels a 2016 they will never forget. Of course, in addition to the fireworks that will on a yearly basis coincide with their birthdays.
So painful. It took me about 2.5 hours on delivery bed until I had no more strength.
Napanga tukutoka hapa at least tuende tusherehekee kwa nyumba.
Because he has given me boy, very happy to see that. Yeah, and even on her side, she will have to fulfill her promise.
And yes, a perfect beginning for 2016, and one which these mothers believe is a sign of many other good tidings to follow them this year. Muremi Mwangi, KTN News, Nairobi.
As Kenyans ushered in the new year in different ways and places across the country, the Safaricom Kasarani Stadium once again hosted this year's edition of the annual Groove Party. The end-year event saw Kenyans celebrate the dawn of 2016 with a lineup of 30 gospel artists, among them 2 international acts.
Kenyans getting down to business at the Safaricom Kasarani Stadium on New Year's Eve. And this year's theme was Come As You Are, and in large numbers they came. The 10th edition of the Groove Party saw partygoers treated to an exciting lineup of 30 local and international artists. The all-gospel affair saw the likes of veteran musician Ben Githai treat the younger generation to words of advice, possibly reason why he, among the veterans, has lasted this long in the game. The highlight acts included Jamaican gospel artists such as Omari of the Jehovah Guide Me and the God A Guide hits. Christine Alicia was also on stage with the Around and Around track featuring Kenya's own artist Alemba. Local spin masters were not left out, and leading DJs such as DJ Mo, DJ Sadik and DJ Kroba were also on set. And at the stroke of midnight, other notable local acts included Sarah Kim, Pitson, Gloria Moliro, Eunice Njeri, Mercy Masika, and rising stars Amos and Josh from the Tasker Project fame. The event also saw security tighten to an all-time high as entrants had to contend with at least 6 security checks. And entry to arguably Kenya's largest end-year party was an unscratched Safaricom airtime card worth 250 shillings. And for the revelers, it was worth their time as they looked forward to a happy new year, 2016. Mark Namaswa, KTN News.
And from the Groove Party, let's now take a look at how the rest of the world welcomed the new year.
From London to Paris to Dubai and even New York, the countdown was on. And with every click of a second, a tinge of anxiety and anticipation. And as soon as it hit midnight, eruption of a carnival of jubilation and unconcealable delight as the world ushered in the new year. In London, more than 100,000 people watched the fireworks display, with thousands of extra police officers on duty to ensure that ill-intentioned people did not dampen this mood of jubilation, a feat that went on across other major cities in the country. In Paris, the traditional fireworks was cancelled and replaced with a 5-minute video performance just before midnight. The message of the video that Paris is standing proud of its lifestyle and living together despite the tribulations suffered in the city, including 2 devastating terror attacks. But Dubai kicked off the new year in a rather sad note after a fire engulfed a hotel, injuring at least 16 people, even as the glitzy fireworks went on across other parts of the city. One person suffered from a heart attack, while another suffered from what the government described as a mid-level injury, as other 14 people suffered minor injuries stemming from the smoke and rush of people trying to exit the building. But this did not dampen the mood, as the world welcomed the new year with the hope that 2016 will be a more prosperous year world over. Muremi Mwangi, KTN News, Nairobi.
All right, let's now listen to President Uhuru Kenyatta's address to the nation.
We must learn to listen to each other. We must learn to talk to one another and not talk at one another. We must tell each other things that help build Kenya. We must be driven by an urge to make Kenya better by providing solutions to issues and challenges that confront us. We must face the future as one united nation, seeking common solutions to our problems. Every Kenyan must stand up for Kenya, for this is the only way that we will build a strong nation that is respected and honored globally. As your president, I will be steadfast and committed to standing up for Kenya. I call on each one of you to stand with me in making Kenya proud. My government, my administration is willing to listen to every Kenyan who comes forth with useful ideas to build a strong Kenya. We will listen to you and implement any good ideas geared towards improving our common destiny. Fellow Kenyans, God has been gracious and generous to us. As we start 2016, let us remember to always be a nation dedicated to the service of humankind and to the glory of our Almighty Creator. I pray for every one of you. I pray for your families and for our nation, that as we shed the old year and embrace the new one, may God see us through a year of great achievement and prosperity. Let us stay true to who we are. Let us love our country and one another. Let us work together to achieve more for our nation and our people in 2016 and beyond. I wish you all a happy and prosperous new year. May God continue blessing all of us and our great nation. Thank you.
Pope Francis used his year-end message to urge the media to give more space to positive, inspirational stories to counterbalance the prevalence of evil, violence, and hate in the world. The Pope led about 10,000 worshippers in a traditional end-of-year solemn service of Thanksgiving in St. Peter's Basilica. He said the media should not allow gestures of solidarity to be obscured by the arrogance of evil. He condemned the insatiable thirst for power and gratuitous violence the world had seen in 2015 without giving examples. The 79-year-old Pope is due to celebrate a Mass today to mark the Catholic Church's World Day of Peace.
Questi segni di amore non possono.
We cannot forget that many days have been marked by violence, death, unspeakable suffering by so many innocent people, refugees forced to leave their homelands, of men, women and children without homes, food or support. Yet, how many great gestures of goodness, love and solidarity have filled the days of this year. Even if they are not on television news programs, good things don't make the news. These tokens of love cannot and should not be obscured by the arrogance of evil. Good always wins, even if sometimes it may seem weaker and hidden. We are challenged to see if world events are carried out according to the will of God, or if we are listening mainly to projects of men, often loaded with private interests, of insatiable thirst for power and gratuitous violence.
Oppure se abbiamo dato ascolto prevalentemente ai progetti.
Over to our coast reporter John Juma for a look at the New Year's celebrations in Mombasa.
As the clock ticks to midnight, heavy traffic is experienced in Mombasa-Malindi Highway. Mombasa County traffic officers having lots of work the whole night as hundreds of people hurry to churches and hotels to usher in the new year 2016.
No, the feeling is joyous, it's vibrant. We're happy to be in 2016. We're looking forward to newer and brighter things. 2015 is the past. We want to look to blessings and everything that 2016 has to bring.
What are you looking for in 2016?
2016, I'm looking for bigger things. I'm looking to start new and better things in terms of business and finishing my education. I'm just looking for peace in the country, just everything to work out just fine in Nairobi, to be honest.
The city well decorated, every hotel putting its best foot forward in giving their guests the best treatment. Security measures are well in order. Hoteliers are happy with high number of guests and can only wish the situation continues every day.
We are looking forward for more visits as we prepare for great things that the government has alleged for us.
I think people tend to get excited, which is right. Actually, we are supposed to get excited, and we should get excited because I see that the positivity, because of the government effort, because of tourism minister and the people who have put a lot of effort in terms of lifting advisories and all. I am sure the first quarter will tell us the whole story about 2016, where we are heading to. I would.
At Sairok and Sarova White Sands, guests are having fun, from food to songs and dances. The old and young showing energy in equal measure. Everyone here ready to say goodbye to year 2015.
The political class must now resolve, to put this at the very center of government, the interest of the people. I think we have done dismally. We have been hypocritical. We have not invested sufficiently in terms of making the lives of our people better off.
I'm very